Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and I'm going to do my best to sound good without the plosions tonight. No plosions, no plosions, no plosions! Stop! Seriously, I need to stop with the plosions. The plosives? The plosives? The plosions. Where you hear a p, p, p. You know when I talk? So, I have a richer sound, of course, when I'm eating the mic. But the problem when I do that, and I'm too close to the mic that way, my P's pop, and it just does not sound good. So I'm working on that. Hello, everybody, including James Elmore and Pez Liz. Liz has an exciting announcement. I don't know if you knew this. She does. Hey, Lestat, Future the Clown, Capturing Momentsicle, Krillin64, Maker Viking, Westry1. Westry1 is printing a R2-D2. Kind of jealous, because I have not done the R2-D2 that Westry1 is doing. So she is doing something I have not yet done. Let me know how it goes, and then I may do another one. I may do one, but I may do it in a different filament. I am currently printing with Polyterra PLA, the Army Red, and it is fantastic. I'll get the rainbow going here in a second. First, let me say a shout out to Iris Amelia. Iris, I hope you're doing well. I know you're taking a break from streaming, so whatever you're doing, man, I hope it's good for you. That's the bottom line. No stress, no strain. Breaking Oz 96, great to see you. Thanks again for yesterday's support. Really appreciate that. Shout out to Papa Bear AZ. So we got a couple shout outs here, including to the Midnight Smith before I forget. The Midnight Smith gets a shout out. Then we got, Brother Bill! I need to plug in my headset.
Brother_Bill just resubscribed for 2 months.
Give me a second. Who else do we need to shout? Iris Amelia. She's also streaming, but she's taking a break. Hello, Duff204 and Maker Viking. Maker Viking, do you stream? I can't remember. Hutch's Makerspace, great to see you. The Ninjak, you as well. Stone Monkey Research, I know you do. And Code Noof.
Silver Sunbeam cheered X100.
Sorry I'm not, spending eons of time on everything here. Breaking Oz is going to Silver Sunbeam, good to see you!
96 cheered X500.
Thank you.
Choo-choo.
Thank you so much for the cheer. Very appreciated. Looks like I'm printing my curtains. Yes! Do they not look like my curtain? Dude, I'm telling you, this filament color is amazing. Stone Monkey Research also streaming here. Largely Minecraft stuff. Teaching people, like morons like me. There we go. Okay. Now I can hear things fine. I can hear audio. We're at a level 1 hype train. May have to grab Palpatine here. We get to a level 2. Hello, Jerry. Shout out to Jerry 3DHP.
The _Ninjak cheered X100, ready for low bait hype stream.
Indeed, the Ninjak did. The Ninjak cheered. Oh, and I just spit. What is that? What did I have that was green? Shout out. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the hype train. Indeed, everyone. Brother Bill says we got Chris looking for those new games for the retro platforms now. Well, it's funny because it was on my radar, and I thought it would be nice to tag you there on Discord to let you know I saw something that I thought you'd get a kick out of if you've never seen that particular game before. What are my initial thoughts on Boba Fett? I think there are final thoughts on Boba Fett. It was great. I enjoyed Boba Fett. I enjoyed the heck out of Boba Fett. It was a wonderful ride. It was Star Wars. I'm happy. Not no good.
Dex 100.
Indeed he did. And Mrs. Not No Good vicariously. Hey, King 3D's nuts. Yes. Dude Blight. Appreciate that cheer. 134.
Dude Blight 89 cheer Dex 134.
Currently on the cusp. The precipice? The edge? Unless you're using Chrome. There was a new version of Chrome released today too, by the way. Of all things. That hit my radar. Amish Gnome 3D. Okay, now I'm not going to miss it. Amish Gnome 3D streams on Twitch, was streaming today, and if I saw this correctly, whoa, thank you, Silver Sunbeam.
Silver Sunbeam just gifted 1 subs.
That's very kind of you. Very kind of you, gifting a sub here in the hype train. So, Amish Gnome, I'm doing well.
120 cheer Dex 100. Just sitting here making printed Pokemon.
I love it. Everyone was 3D printing. Sitting is much more fun than sprinting. Why did I feel a shock in my ear?
Pace Liz cheered X 100. I am printing a cat.
Of course Liz is printing a cat. Me to Star Wars is like Liz to cats. Appreciate the shout out. Hey, no problem, Amish Gnome 3D. You've been very supportive here. You were 3D. You did a bust today. If I caught that properly on Twitter, correct? Amish Gnome 3D. Isaac, what's up? Dude Blight is 3D printing a new lightsaber right now. Okay, who is not 3D? At this point, there are fewer people not 3D printing. We're at a level 2 hype train. I'm gonna go get Palpatine. So, what are you printing? If you're printing, what are you printing? If you're not printing, what would you rather be printing? That's a bigger question. Or printing with. I've got right here, let me zoom out a tiny bit if I can. Hey, Jedi, hang on just a second. I'm just getting started. I'm doing a Vader. I think I've perfected the bottom. I needed tighter supports potentially so that it didn't slip up. But I'm doing another Vader because I figured that'd be a great first color for this particular, or a great first print for this particular Polyterra PLA filament that they sent. So I'm very excited. King 3D's nuts made himself a king crown today. Nice. Papa Bear printed a Star Trek Enterprise E. Ooh, and there's a new episode of Enterprise tonight. No, not Enterprise, sorry. Discovery, correct? Micro Vikings asks, will you show up for my birthday hangout stream on March 3rd? Well, if you remind me. So there's a shout out to Maker Viking. Always happy to give people shout outs if you stream. Hey, Dark Toy Lord, printing my Lego style Boba Fett. Really? There's a Lego style Boba Fett? I didn't know that. Hang on, honey. You also made the C-3PO that I shared the link with you and have the R2D2 going right now. Awesome. You're going to love it. Corey Mann's Ender 3 is not printing. Soon be printing more FPV drone parts in TPU. FPV. TPU. What I want to print the next time you print is a print that does not follow. What? A print that does not fail. Fair enough. You designed them yourself, Dark Toy Lord. Nice! That's the way to do it. Jerry 3DHP is printing a Green Goblin helmet and belt printer parts. Everyone's going to be printing those, I'm sure now. Stone Monkey Research just landed for a low score. If I were printing, I'd print a cool looking face mask. Everyone likes the masks. Everyone likes the face masks. All right, I got to get Palpatine. We're on a level 2 hype train. This is what I'm printing. That's what you're printing. Still welcoming people into the play shop. Did a horrible job paying attention to this, that, the other thing, and my daughter by the time she got bored and walked off. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the hype train.
You don't know the power of the Perillo side of the Force.
Dude Blight 89 just gifted 1 subs.
Like, it really gets weird in here. So weird.
building trains in Minecraft. That's awesome.
Thank you
Yes,
for subscribing.
I would love to see
I knew
it.
you could do it.
Oh, was that me? On the screen there? It's a little bizarre. Thank you, everybody, for participating in this hype train. Dude Blight, I really appreciate you gifting a sub. We're on our way to making the sub goal for tonight. Just, crap. Yeah, that's... Well, at least most of it spilled on me. I mean me. Sorry. Had a little accident. My Thursday was going well, except... Well, I soaked up most of that.
Amishanome 3D chaired
This has been
X500.
a failure of a hype train. 10 seconds left. We almost made it to the next level. Valiant attempt. I have soaked up beverage. Thank you so much, Amish Gnome 3D, for that cheer. Very appreciated. Even though I totally messed things up. Silver Sunbeam, thank you for the
Silver
cheer
Sunbeam
of
cheered
100
X100.
bits. Oh, man. This is not good. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the hype train. Yes, thank you very much. Boy, I'm kind of lucky that it spilled the way it did because it mostly missed the desk. This is the problem when I can't see with this dang hood. The word of the day is now suplex. I've got to take this off. Because am I wet? I think I wet the desk. Right, show everybody.
Okay, oh my god. So I am, a great Minecrafter. I'm not a fully master, but it lives on little islands.
So, well, they can't see you. You gotta make sure you see. Okay, or can you see? So Jedi's got the headset on, but you gotta hang on. Let's show him here. Here, I got my.
Can you bring the microphone?
No, you're going with. Hang on just a second. I gotta like do 13 different things without spilling anything else here. Let us do. Hang on. I'm trying to do like 14 different things. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with. I didn't realize this is the way we were going to do things right now, but. Okay, so we'll do that. Do it like that. Do it like that. Okay, please do it like that, because I'm going to give everybody a close-up. There we go. Okay, so what are we doing here, Jedi? What are we doing? Okay, so Jedi's building a roller coaster here. It's good. We got a lot of stuff going on here. So everyone's 3D printing. Jedi's Minecrafting. And we're doing everything all at once, all at the same time. I still have to clean up the carpet. Now, well, they can't hear you, hun, because you're not in front of the microphone. Well, you can't. Go ahead.
And now we write it.
Now we write it. Okay, we're gonna ride the train. Come on, ride the train. We just missed the hype train. This is like Jedi's building her own hype train here. Okay, let's ride the hype train. Hun, we gotta ride the hype train. What happened? Is that a fail? Did the hype train not work? Oh no! This is as close to me doing Minecraft as it gets. Oh, now we're riding the hype train.
Sorry.
Whoa, okay, that's a little treacherous. There we go. Alright, one more ride and then we gotta keep moving. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have to work on connecting those tracks, don't we? Yep. Alright. There we go. Okay, well, I guess... Wait, hang on. You're cabled. You are cabled. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have anything else to spill. Man. Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here. Who else do I have to welcome into the play shop? I don't know. Minecraft Bedrock? Kind of. Amish Gnome, which camera quality are you referring to? Which camera? And I'll the one that I was holding up, that's actually an iPhone. I use software on the yeah, it's just an iPhone. You could also use an Android device, and the software for both Windows or Mac is I'm gonna use a sock to soak this up. The beverage off the floor. The software is called Camo, Re-Incubate Camo. So you can get a better, and by the way, the blacking out screen, I've tried changing hardware encoders. It's OBS. There's something OBS did. Refresh. All right, I will refresh for you, Kurt. It is now refreshed. Doesn't seem like I'm too impressed. I'm not. I am not. If you're talking about Twixhound asked, have I tried turning it off and on again? Yes. Oh, that's fine. This is dirty anyway. Does she know it's dirty? Okay. No, I think I got it. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. This floor has been through hell and back. Did I jiggle the handle? Oh, I've done that. Hey, Hollywood in 3D. Good to see ya. So anyway, Amish Gnome. If you're looking for the recommendation, yeah. Re-Incubate Camo. Not free, but, you know, given the cost of a webcam, webcams suck. That's the thing with webcams, is they're not great. And you're just looking for a super high-quality video feed. You can get it if you have a phone, a tablet, whatever lying around. You can get high-quality stuff out of it. Until Chris goes, ah. That was me spilling things. It was the sound of me spilling things. Yours flickers when the drop games resets. See, it's not so much. I don't think it's that. Like if I do like reset drop, like nothing happens. It's not that. Like the whole screen goes black, and it's got to be something at a top layer somehow. Oh, that does happen every once in a while. That can't be good. And maybe it is a layer that's refreshing somehow. It's going to be difficult to know. Silly spills. Well, did you enjoy Jedi's Minecrafting there, Stone Monkey Research? She's now an expert, she says. I have no idea. I can't judge. The black screen is FCC censoring. Oh, yeah, Horde 7. Sure. That works. Greetings, program. Hello, Project 454, and a shout out to you. By the way, thank you, everybody, for being here tonight, and thank you for the hype train. Thank you for helping get it going. I appreciate that. Sorry it ended in a very awkward fashion, but, you know, live video, what are you going to do? Suplex is the word of the day from Stone Monkey Research, so, like, instead of different strokes, different suplex. Welcome back, Cotter could be welcome back, suplex. Suplex back, Cotter. Minecrafting is cool. Well, apparently all the kids are doing it. In terms of Zero Cool's asking, Zero Cool has, you know, been with me on this journey with the Samsung series of products, and coming from the S21 Ultra to the S22, I'm telling you, it is clear that the S22 has not yet had software optimization. It is very clear, like incredibly clear. There's a bit of jank, a bit of judder. It's really no faster. Doesn't feel any faster. Doesn't feel any snappier. I guess the camera output is better, but honestly, the Samsung cameras don't really impress me in the situations I need them. It's okay. It isn't great. The tab S8 Ultra. It's a nice big screen, but honestly, I'm not really feeling much of a benefit, apart from being able to position it, where it is relative to the position of the print bed. But, in terms of the price that I paid, the price of the upgrade, I don't know. Meh. I mean, that's honestly, in a word, in using these things for a day, meh. Allegedly, they have better modems or better, a connectivity with low 5G, signal. No, I've not experienced that at all. So it depends on what you're upgrading from. If you're coming from like 2 generations behind, you may see a difference. 3 for sure. But previous gen, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Maybe after a couple of software updates, the S22 Ultra will start feeling better. But it's fine. It's okay. It's just not. I don't know. Your carrier's offering a free upgrade from your S8 to S22. See, that's warranted. Manor Mutant, that's a leap. See, I tend to, in terms of the devices that I use and upgrade on a regular basis, I tend to go previous gen to new gen. So there's not always dramatic differences. And in many ways, I feel the S22 Ultra the S21 Ultra is currently snappier than the S22. Currently. I don't know. There needs to be some software optimizations. That's all I'm going to say. Overall smoothness and just responsiveness is also way better than Samsung. I don't know about that on the Pixel 6 Pro. I don't think I could move, knowing what the Pixel 6 Pro software is and using it, including the latest beta of Android 12L. I could not go from a Samsung device to a Pixel. I don't think I could do it. It did too many software shortcomings. And I would disagree about the overall smoothness and responsiveness too. But maybe it's, in my use cases, I haven't found any. I've yet to see anything apart from past my own experience, and I got to tell you, the 6 Pro did not impress me. I'm probably not going to be getting a Pixel 7 this year. Camera eyes, I think they're both great. Nah, I think the Pixel took a step backwards with camera quality. In my recent comparisons, the Pixel 4 XL I felt had a better camera than the Pixel 6. And if I remember correctly, the guy who was working on the camera, he left the company at some point over last year. So yeah, I think Pixel camera quality slid backwards. Samsung camera quality has always been a wash. Nothing impresses me these days, or I'd be using it. I'm using what I'm using now because I can't find anything with more compromise, Everyone's got to compromise on something. Yes, Tan Man Slim, I am printing another Vader statue/figure. Oh, yeah, you meant to say the Samsung's better with responsiveness and smoothness. Yep, and that to me is critical. Hey, thank you for the follow, XLM Noah. Welcome to the Play Shop. Are you 3D printing too? You 3D print? Well, if you're 3D printing, what are you 3D printing? That's the rule. If you're 3D printing something tonight, you have to say, this is what I'm 3D printing. And I think Loyal does that too, does he not? Because everyone tags Loyal on Twitter. Does he ask you to tell him what you're 3D printing? Does he ask you? Well, I tell everybody, you 3D print something Star Wars. Happy to accelerate that. Krillin pre-ordered an S22 Ultra right from Samsung. Fair enough. I tell you, I'm not someone who, hey, Fenu. Is it Fenu?
5 cheered X100.
Fenu 5? Thank you for the follow today, by the way, and welcome. Can I 3D print a 3D printer? You can, Alexander. You absolutely can. Oh, Loyal says use LM Show to show off your prints. Yeah, I wouldn't go that. I mean, I don't want to take over his thing. I'm just saying that if you ever 3D print a Star Wars thing, feel free to tag me. as well as Star Wars Radar. VT Productions, that's who it is. Welcome back to the Play Shop. So I noticed something. I had this is the S22, right? I had it on the desk, and I noticed something. The S Pen was popped out. It was popped out, and I'm like, I don't remember popping it out. I don't remember applying pressure at all, and it was popped out. So I feel it's a matter of time before I lose this thing. I mean, it's in there pretty tight, but like I feel I'm going to lose it. Don't put a paperclip in the mic hole. I've only done that once, Fucho. Only did it once on the Essential phone they sent as a review unit. And by the way, Mario, it is great to see you. Welcome back. I say back because you've been a part of the community before, but the community pretty much lives on Twitch now. Twitch is where it's at. Project 454 3D printing the 4th different camera mount for Prusa i3 Mark III. First 3 did not work as it intended. Well, you know, that's the beauty of 3D printing. You can always melt your filament down. By the way, I broke the mold, the Star Wars mold. We've got does anybody have any suggestions for how to melt those things down in the oven but then pop them out? Can we put some kind of like oil or something, some kind of slick oil at the bottom so they come out more easily? Or would that be a problem? Would that be toxic? Because they're not popping out easily. And so I've damaged the actual mold by freezing it and then smashing it. Because you got to freeze in order for it to kind of contract, and then you can pop it out. You have a note and lost the pen 3 times. Detorque, that to me is my biggest concern. That is my biggest concern. The software, I'm sure, is going to evolve. I'm sure it'll improve. But my concern with the S Pen is that it's gonna get lost. And I'm not a note user. I have no use for an S Pen. Not my thing. Oh, I wish Samsung would can a lot of things. I wish Samsung would double down on DeX for the tablet. I wish they'd can Bixby. I wish they can messages. We don't need messages because Google's handled it, and now they're starting to ship with default Google tools. Like no replicated apps, especially on a Google device. So I keep trying. You use S Pen to sign contracts. See, Fanu, I use the desktop for that. A stamp. Boom. Done. I don't do that on mobile. Dex is good, or it's good enough. Krusty, why are you shouting out channels that don't exist, Krusty? You've been drinking some of my spilled beer? Is that what you've been doing, Krusty? Those are the exact reasons I don't like Samsung and stick with Pixel. No, but dude, Blight, I will tell you this. Hang on. Dex is nice for what it is. Well, but it is. There's nothing that's like it. Nothing. Maybe Google will do something like it at some point. But as someone who has a Pixel 6 Pro, and I got it right. I mean, I keep trying it, keep going back to it. I'm like, yeah, the Pixel isn't where it's at. The Pixel is not where it's at. It's unfortunate, but Samsung, I feel, has lapped Google in terms of software quality control. Bixby's Alexa's broke cousin. Oh, Bixby is just... it was a good idea. But I don't use Bixby. The only time I might use Bixby is on the watch. Because it's the only way I can use the watch with voice, like, you know, set a timer for whatever. But even then, I swipe up and then press the timer button. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of, remember, when I use the S Pen, is if I need to make a note real quick. That is a valid use case. I'd be fine with doing that, but I don't know how often I'm going to do it. So, I don't know. If you're a Note fan, I'm sure the S22 is great. I wasn't a Note fan. So here's the thing, Krillin64. I need DeX. it's critical that I have a tablet type of experience with Android, at least, that's DeX. I wish Apple had a DeX type of mode. If Apple had something like DeX, I might be using a big screen iPad instead of the Android tablet. I need a DeX. You prefer stock Android over Samsung's UI? Well, here's the thing. Stock Android doesn't look so good anymore. Google's really been messing with it, like in a big, bad way. That, honestly, the quote-unquote stock Google's Pixel experience, I feel, took a massive step backwards last year. It shoved me. Didn't just push me. Shoved me away from the Pixel Tan Man Slim as a Pixel fan. As someone who loved the Pixel 3 XL, I appreciated the 4 XL. I didn't have the 5, but I'm just like, nah. The 6 is, I'm telling you. I am telling you, with good lock on the Samsung device, the Samsung experience is better than the Pixel experience. I'm just telling you, as a software enthusiast. I know what you're telling me. I know what you're saying. Whoa, a version of DeX for iPad OS? Good point. Kirk gets extra points for using the Interrobang. What do I like about DeX? Well, I use this on a daily basis, so I need Windows, but I can't use Windows. For what I need, I can't use Windows. I need an Android or an iOS device. And so I'm able to have, multiple windows open, move them around, and I can resize them such that even if the app is not optimized for the tablet, I can just resize it and make it, usable on the screen and have multiple windows all around. And of course, it's portable as well. Wish Google would make a Bixby routines for Google Assistant. See, I don't get into the routines stuff. I mean, hey, if you like the Pixel, more power to you. More power to you. I used to be a fan. I can officially say I'm no longer a fan of the Pixel. And I'm abiding by what Samsung is laying down, but I'm not a Samsung fan, which is to say something better could come along and I'd go, ooh. I'm not going to hold my breath for a better iOS this year. It would be great. I would love to go back to the iPhone. I would. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. Apple's going a different direction. Oh, is El Taco Meat here? I missed that. Welcome back, El Taco Meat. Hope you enjoyed the raid last night. You like my Pixel? You like your Pixel 5a? No means a Google fanboy. See, I wish I was less critical over some of this stuff. With iPad, you just get 2 multitasking windows. Yeah, and that's fine. I find DeX far more intuitive for multitasking than iPad. The iPad's not great for multitasking by comparison. It works, but that doesn't mean it's great. No, it's definitely not for everyone. And here's the thing. I don't care what you use. I mean, unless I ask, like, hey, what are you using? I genuinely don't care. Because it's not my money. It's not my phone. It's not my eyes. It's not my attention. And it's certainly not my preference. So it doesn't hurt my feelings if you came out and said, oh, I use an iPhone. Okay, good. Cool. Awesome. Because, the only thing that would solve my problem is me becoming you. And then all my problems would be solved. I'd have your problems at that point, but all my problems would be solved if I was you. I'm just saying that's one of the reasons I don't. You're waiting for your S22 Ultra delivery. You may like it. I honestly, Mario, I feel will be better after 1 or 2 software patches. I feel that is when the S22 is going to feel better after 1 or 2 patches for optimization. I mean, it's workable. It's serviceable. Nothing's got me screaming. But, like, you look at Twitter. Twitter's a lag fest on the S22 compared to the S21, and it's relatively smooth. But the S22 is just like jank fest. Total jank fest. It's a jank fest on every Android platform, including the Pixel 6. Like, and there's no, hope for that. But at least what Samsung did with the S21 was optimize so that Twitter was smooth. I'm expecting the same thing to happen with the S22. Quite honestly, I got the iPad for Procreate. Yeah, see, we don't have any drawing things. Jedi likes drawing on the tablet. And now she'll like drawing on the phone, too. She wants to get an Apple Pencil. I've been looking for a good cheap one, though. Like the 2nd gen, you know, the magnetic one that charges magnetically. I'm looking for a cheap one to get her so that she can draw on her iPad. Quit using Twitter. Ads make it unusable. Oh, I love Twitter. The ads don't bother me, I guess. Android's openness is both a blessing and a curse. Yeah, you know, it's clopin'. Not really open, but clopin'. Get one through the Apple Education Store. Yeah, but that's not cheap. I mean, like, someone who's wanting to get rid of it. Cheap. Not like, oh, here's $10 off. Oh, here's $20 off. No, more like, hey, can I save 50, 70% on an Apple Pencil? Someone who doesn't want it anymore. That's because I'm not going to spend an arm and a leg for a pen. No, it can happen, Hannah. Someone out there is going, they're probably thinking, oh, I got to get rid of the Apple Pencil somehow. Who am I going to sell it to? Raising my hand. Apple has the vertical integration game nailed down. It does. I use Mac. I'm using Mac OS now. I'm using. I just used an iPhone when I was showcasing Jedi playing Minecraft. So I'm a big believer in Apple in terms of experiences, you know, what they used to be. But, like, it was tough. It was tough to leave because I knew I'd be giving something up. But honestly, I still feel, I mean, especially after using the camera on the Apple iPhone, 12 Pro Max, the camera did not impress me at all. Hey, Mrs. Not No Good. Good to see ya. Thank your husband for the cheer earlier. Give him a nice pat on the head. Not upset at Samsung as much as Apple. The charger is the gifts. Oh, yeah. I got to get the buds. That's the next thing. When I send my devices back, I'm going to use the credit I get for getting buds because I ran into an issue on my on the tablet today that might have been circumvented if I had like a headset with a microphone. I just hate buds. I hate buds. Hey, Mario, thank you for the cheer. Fantastic.
News 5 cheered X300.
Appreciate those cheers coming in. There's my Gerple cheer. Woo. Woo. Tan Man Slim used to be an Apple guy. Don't find iOS enjoyable experience anymore. Yep, same way. I mean, exact same way. Like, it just stopped doing it for me. iOS 7, I'm like, yeah. Then I started using more Android devices. I'm like, you know, I feel like everything that Android has to offer is just far more fluid and fast. And I mean, like, in terms of zipping around, like, from the notifications all the way down to navigation, like, it's just night and day. I don't think iMessage is nice. I don't. I think they cluttered it up with a whole bunch of crap. I completely disagree, Tan Man Slim. I don't think iMessage is nice. I really don't. I genuinely do not. As someone who has access to it on the desktop, it's fine. But, like, on the mobile experience, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Why do I need to see the App Store icon every time I open a message? Why? iMessage is a circus. Did I see your last comment? Google screwed up the pixels when they dropped the rear fingerprint reader. Yeah. Yep. Dude Blight. Yep. A lot of people have had problems with the latest Pixel and a fingerprint, too. Not that Samsung has nailed the problem. iOS 15 kind of just made me feel like they had no idea what they're doing. Yeah, Hannah, it's been that way since iOS 7. It's been that way for 7 generations of iOS. That's how long it's been since I've been impressed. 8 generations. If they're up to iOS 15. Maybe one day. Maybe. I mean, hey, I'm rooting for them. I want more choice. I remember the days I used to care about the specs and platforms. Now I'm at the point where I use an iPhone, no idea whatever it's on it, whatever on it is. Yeah, I wish I was there. It's just I've learned that I can be far more productive on Android from a mobile experience than on iOS. And I learned that last year. Again, it was reinforced when I had to use an iPhone because I didn't have any other option when my Pixel basically went and it died. This is how I got kind of pushed into the Samsung world. There's always a trade-off. That's the thing. It's the thing is so hard to explain. There's always a trade-off. There's always a trade-off. Always. Always a trade-off. There's always a trade-off. Always. What works for you will not work for everybody. That's not how it works. At all. Haven't used iMessage in a few years. Yeah, it's been a while for me, too. Hey, Fort! Sorry, melter of snowflakes. I had a dream last night. I had a dream. Something about IRC and the old channel. It's weird. I did. Wow, now that you're here, I'm just like, yeah, I had that dream. Bizarre. Hang on just a second. Ah! Huh. Ow. I was looking at a small anomaly on the back there. I may have to kind of wonder if I have to adjust that a tiny bit for the next print. You want a good foldable? I don't. I'm the only one who doesn't want a foldable at all. Ever. Watch me use one. I'm nowhere near that right now. You only text your boyfriend with iMessages, maybe the Your Life, Your Voice crisis hotline. I'm not familiar with that hotline, Hannah. My last gaming rig spent the last of its life as a router, a firewall. Nice. 4 years of update over Google's 3 years. Yeah, that's a good thing. And you know what's nice is that there are people who aren't like me and who skip generations, right? But me, it's like every year because I use this constantly every day. The tablet I'm using every day constantly for work and for play. I'm using it right now. It's got a place, right? I don't just buy devices for the sake of having devices. Like, these are the things that I use. I wish OnePlus did not take a left turn with software quality, that they're out of the running at this point, which is disappointing. At least that's my understanding. Now you have a Samsung Galaxy A02. Oh, fair enough. Hey, if it does the trick, melter or snowflakes, you're nowhere near owning a foldable. Excited to see where it goes. I'm interested, but I don't want one. You keep things till they melt. Nah. When it comes to the phone or a tablet that I'm using, like, I need it to be, I'm pushing it. I know I'm pushing it. I am absolutely pushing it. So I want it to be as because I'm in and out and I'm moving around and I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. And I'm using it. I'm not just like, oh, it's a nice to have. It's like, no, I'm actually using it. I'm in it. I'm using it. Then I need something that is going to allow me to push that boundary past the point where I'm no longer really held back by technology. I'm not sure what the right word is here, but really, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is. Technology's moving fast. I feel like I'm always on that edge of, yeah, I can feel I need a little bit more. It would be great if it was just a little bit this, or it'd be great if it was just a little bit that. Does that make sense? You hate transitioning to a new device. Well, let me tell you, it's on Samsung, it sucks. Apple has made it so easy to move from Apple device to Apple device. It's everything else around it that sucks. You don't do much on your phone, so it's just a cheap Samsung model from a few years ago. Different use cases. Yep. See, I figured I sell I sell the device to get the new one, right? So I make up for it. And then I'm just caught in that cycle. Oh, you got a free roll of filament today. Nice. Tan Man Slim. Yeah, I don't. I got this Polyterra PLA is a free roll from Polymaker. So I'm very happy to have that spinning. You just tweeted your Boba Fett? Oh, hang on. Let me get that Boba Fett tweet. If only an upgradable modular phone could be commercially appealing to manufacturers. See, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I just don't. Okay, here. Let me see here. What do we got here? Boba Fett print is done. Okay, so you modeled that Boba Fett? That's pretty cool, Dark Toy Lord. You made that. You modeled that. Keep working on it. Get the aspect ratios. You got something going, man. That's wild. Hang on just a second. El Taco Meat notes, I'd love to see phones take the path of PC enthusiasts, constant building and upgrading. That'd be nice. Melter Snowflakes, always, when you need new tablets, when the Lenovo Tablet 10. Now, see, if I need a tablet, Samsung's been the best for me. I honestly, though, like a Google, a Chromebook tablet, I would not mind. A Chrome tablet, I would not mind. But right now, for my money, it would either be an iPad or a Samsung Galaxy Tab. Those are the two top considerations. Oh, that's awesome, Dark Toy Lord. I'm proud of you. Not that you needed that, but like I'm proud of you for modeling something. That's wild. Samsung's trade-in program's way better than Apple's and iPhone. Yeah, honestly, I was surprised. This is the first Samsung trade-in program I've done. I'm like, that was liberal. I'm like, really? Like, you okay? I'm in. I was surprised. Samsung's giving me a lot of cash back for the S21 and the Tab S7 Plus. I gotta keep all these numbers in mind. Okay, one moment. We've got the print done here. So let's take a look. By the way, last night I was able to get this Darth Vader print in the printed solid. You might be able to see the difference between these two. Like one is a bit this one's a bit brighter. The new one's a bit brighter. This is the old the Jesse Brad's Orange Glitter. It's a bit dark comparison. But this is the Polymaker. Wow, I love the matte finish on that. I really do. It's hard to get the red, to really highlight that red color. I mean, it looks orange red, but it's the color, the saturation on this camera is not great. Slattery says, Galaxy Tab S8, next product I buy. Well, it won't be a bad one at all. There we go. Okay, the feet did not come off. So the ulti stick, when they say ulti stick, they mean it. Ulti stick. Filament color from Polymaker. It is nice. It is very nice. But wait until you see like on the other camera where I have a more it's a better or more accurate color representation. Wait until you see that one on that. The adhesion is fine, but I'm not printing in the same place. I flipped it over just to see if it would come across better, but adhesion is not a challenge. And whether that's because of this filament, or flipping it over, or not printing in that area, I'm not quite sure yet.
Not quite sure.
This is like a couple shades lighter than, let's see here if I flip it. I gotta remember which way to flip it. Flex the plate and it should break free. Kinda does sometimes, Amish Gnome, kinda doesn't other times. The Polymaker I found, at least this Polyterra, has a bit more grip. Like it's a bit, I don't know, it's grippier, for the lack of a better word, grippier, yeah? You have Army Blue. This is Army Red, and I love this color. Let me just say I've got a new favorite color, because this is just, whoa. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do another Vader. The figure, though. I got to pull the things out. Do I find myself repairing stuff using 3D printing? Not so much. Or not as much as other people. No, the red is, like, the camera is not doing this red justice at all. But I'll show you here in a second. You like the metallic purple? Yeah, that one was fun. That, admittedly, though, that was a silk. So, it was a bit fragile. You thought it was orange? Yeah, like I said, wait until I am able to pull it up on the other camera there. Got a little chewy down here. I'm a little nervous about taking this out. Silk purple, the filament. Well, the silks are definitely going to be a lot more brittle. How's this going to go? You feel like red filaments are kind of lacking? This is definitely a good one. It's almost like a brick red. Sorry if I'm missing a lot of comments here. We're not quite talking about the Gerpel, Nerdy Curious. And by the way, Jim Zentaris, good to see you. And shout out to Nerdy Curious. Maybe the only person here able to do the shout out. Give me a second.
Don't know the power of the Perillo side of the Force. It's not so much dark as it is weird. Like, it really gets weird in here. So weird.
Oh, it gets bizarre. So the only thing that didn't come out on this particular Vader was the helmet. It always gets weird back here. And so I have a feeling I'm going to need to do, potentially, if I redo this, different supports back here. And it could be, this is a good example of what works better with resin by comparison. It is no Gerpel. True. No, it is not Gerpel. You only sent your last Pentium 4 to the recyclers? Wow! Pentium 4? I have not seen a Pentium 4 in ages. Got rid of a Core 2 Duo last year. How long was the print? 6 hours? The worst thing that could happen is that I actually break the helmet. Does Disney show up at the doorstep with guns and knives? No. They're not going to chase an individual down. They do go after modelers, though, on a frequent basis. I may have to call Well Enough Alone, or leave Well Enough Alone. This turned out really well. Makers and crafters, that's right. In fact, speaking of makers and crafters, did you guys catch the news? Did y'all catch the news? Etsy is apparently increasing its fees, 30%, seller fees. They're increasing it by 30%. I'm like, what? So if you sell on Etsy, yikes. Yikes. All right, let me show a close-up version of this. I may end up reprinting, but I'm going to try different supports in the back. So this is a true representation of the red. Like, it's really red. Now, again, for a stark contrast to orange, there's a bright orange and a deep red. This is Polyterra PLA. And I'm thinking I need to do... I'm going to try this again, I think. Everything turned out fine. Minus the back of the helmet. It just got a little chewy back there. Let me show you. Hey, Shannon. So you can see... Oh, let me get that focus. Come on. See, kind of... It's done this on other models. And I do wonder if it's a lack of support there. So I kind of want to redo it. To see if I can get it a little better back there. I mean, you know, but it's, I love the feel of it. I love the look of it. This is at 0.2 millimeter layer height, which is about the best that I've found for it, for this particular model. It prints smooth, just with default Pruchiment settings. Like, it's a winner. So I'm gonna slice it up again and get her printing. Shannon's on a plane. Hey, Darth Gallum. Oh, shout out to Darth Gallum. Dang it. Shout out to Darth Gallum and a shout out to S. Rona. Shannon's on a plane. It's funny that you're tuned in now. Shannon, you're probably buffering. Silver Sunbeam sells on Etsy as much as I have a store and other offer stuff. Don't sell a whole hell of a lot, though. Yeah, I'd be worried. Hannah says, at first it was an orange-red, but now... On your other camera, it's red. No, it's the color balance on this camera is far closer. In fact, it's probably even more saturated than the actual color. It's a nice color. It's a very nice color. I don't know. Maybe Etsy feels that it's doing well enough. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you changed airlines 3 times. That sucks. You want to start trying different nozzle sizes? I should probably do the same thing. I haven't yet. I haven't started. But I will, I'm sure. Thank you, Bricks O'Brien. Appreciate you unfreezing me after Amish Gnome. Sorry, Amish Ace came in here and froze me.
Oh God, why?
I don't know. I don't know why, Liz. If only I knew. I'm going to prepare the next print here. Sorry I missed as much if I did a lot of the comments that were coming in. All troopers, may I have your attention? All troopers, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. I love attention. Which means I'm set for Twitch. I'm good on Twitch. I'm perfect on Twitch with all that. By the way, shout out to Bricks O'Brien. If you're not following him and you're a fan of all sorts of geeky things like Lego or Minecraft, absolutely worth a follow. Absolutely. There's so many other good streamers here. Hang on. Did I? Okay, so I've sliced. I'm gonna do my best, and I hope. I'm trying to make the back of the helmet better in adding different, what the friggity? Way more supports than I think I need, but can't have too many, I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna get this next Vader going. Or at least attempting to. It's going to take a little just shy of 6 hours. Again, I don't know how this is going to go because the last one that I did, like I said, it got a little chewy underneath the helmet, and I wasn't sure. Hang on just a second. I've got like support blockers as well. Ah, come on. We're gonna do our best. How are... Oh, Tactile. Good to see you. Shout out to Tactile. Everyone's doing well. Hey, shout out to Mighty Bean. I'm just shouting out everybody tonight. This is great. Love it. Okay, so let me get this... Let me get the Vader. I realize... Ooh, this is probably going to be a bad idea. But, you know, famous last words. Yeah, it's a bad idea. This is what I'm working on right now. I'm gonna do some paint on supports now. Because I want to try to fix that area of the helmet, and I just wonder if it's because it's not as well supportive as it could be. So, I'm not sure that this particular support tower is warranted. Like, I just don't feel like the secondary support tower really needs to be there. Because the angle is fine. It's just up here where the helmet is. It gets a little chewy. So I'm willing to try something new. If anything, I can just say, oh, that did not work. So we're going to try to do a support block there. Well, we'll just do it. Screw it. It's not going to take that much more. All right, here we go. Export, just verifying. Yep. Exporting now. There you go. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been staging. Got to run for a bit, no worries. Hopefully you can get back in to hang out some more. Oh, that'd be great, Amish Gnome, but I totally understand. Life gets in the way. Mighty Bean does have a really cool workspace. You got the Black Series Shadow Squadron in today. Shadow Squadron? Which is the Shadow Squadron? Hollywood? I'm curious. Which one's the Shadow Squadron? Is it the one I never got? Shadow Squadron. Which is that one? Alright, we're gonna try this. Not that this one is bad at all. I mean, this will make a nice gift for somebody. I just don't know if it works for me as well. Because everything was fine until it got to that point. Yeah, so we're going to try it this way. Save it. Your print's 91% done, and it's a cat? Meow. Liz has started to print cats. All black speeder with black. Oh, you got that. I never got those, Hollywood. So you have two black series that I never got. I never picked those up. Ugh. See, that's the thing. How much did you pay? I have one here that'd be willing to sell, but not sure how much to ask. That's the thing. Is every time I looked at them, I'm like, that's just way too much. As much as I would love to have them, I would love to have had them, I'm gonna have to wait for an archive or something else, because I don't think it's gonna happen for me. Hollywood. Oh, you got so lucky. All right, let me reset the drop. There you go. 125. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. That's not horrible. But I don't know. I have to think, oh, would I really want it that badly? Do I want it that badly? And I'm not sure if the answer is yes. I would love it. Because I never got them. Never had them. I wasn't into the Black Series at the time that they dropped. Emperor and Throne will be here tomorrow. Oh, nice. I do have one of those. I actually had two of them. I got one to keep and one to keep in the box and one to open. I have some things to open here too, including some Black Series. So, pardon me. I'm going to reach for it. Now that I got the print going. Yeah, I mean, this Vader didn't turn out horrible. It's not bad. That helmet would probably drive me nuts, so I'm willing to try something different. I'm going to open the Bib Fortuna Black Series tonight. Clone Captain Rex. So we got a Clone Captain Rex, Bib Fortuna, and Clone Captain Rex. We've already taken pictures of these, so I'm not too worried about that. Let me move this over here. This over here. Put away my tools. You can't, Krusty. We already have a word of the day. We already have a word of the day. Oh. We got an ad at the chat, too. Give me a second. Let us go to this view here. Elbow cam. Turn on ad at the chat. Yeah, Krusty, where you been? Buddy. So we got a couple of Star Wars figures to open in the in-room. Now that the print is going and my screen is flashing black. All right. Clone Captain Rex up first. This is a part of the Bad Batch. So it's a unique Clone Captain. Dark Toy Lord, if you're thinking about selling that Shadow set, I may be interested. Dark Toy Lord. May be interested. Hollywood is going to get all of them. I can't remember previously like what I priced them at. I just kind of kept waiting for an archive wave. I don't know if they're ever going to happen. The archives. I'm like, ugh. There have been ones that I chased down, and then later the archive wave came out, and I'm like, oh man. I do like this Rex. Not quite old man Rex, but definitely weathered Rex. Really ticks me off that my pre-orders are always so far behind yours. Dude, I do my best. And I think I've clued you in. I'm glad I was able to help you get, what'd you get the other day? Oh, the Luke Stormy. When I find things that I'm not sure you've been clued in on, I tag you. I started vacillating today. As much as I'm a fan of the G.I. Joe retro waves, retro wave stuff, I like the O-ring stuff that they're starting to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with them. I mean, I mean, not exactly completist. I kind of missed a couple, especially those that come with vehicles. But I think if anything, for the Joes, I'm going to be I'll be completist with the G.I. Joe retro, or sorry, the Super 7 retro waves. There we go. Oh, this Rex looks good. That poncho makes the Rex. Does it not? Doesn't that look great? Yeah, just pretend you're me when you pre-order. Solves all the problem. Code Noof. This is a soft goods poncho. So I wish more of the vintage collection had soft goods. So it is cloth. It is not plastic. I much prefer the soft goods, especially in this scenario. I think the figure would have been ruined had it come with the rubbery plastic. I think parts of that are fine, like, you know, the visor and everything. That's fine for the hard plastic, but like when it comes to the things that were intended to be cloaks, I much prefer the soft goods. Much, like by far, dramatically. I think it looks amazing. So this is a part of the Bad Batch series. Amazon exclusives. The only way to get the trooper at this point. I don't think I'm not sure if they're still selling them, but if they were, they'd probably be worth everybody picking them up. I'd do it anyway to army build like these three, as opposed to having an extra Rex. This is the final pack, as it were. In fact, let me grab. Pull this away here. Okay, sorry, I had to wanted to get a screenshot of that. Screen grab. Thinking back to Princess Leia and the Jawa originals. When you say originals, like the first 12? The Kenner figures? I mean, if Hasbro, and I don't think they ever will drop the 3.75-inch line, but man, I would be depressed. You're 52. Yes. All right. Well, I'm 48. So, yeah. I don't know. I saw that Hasbro Pulse had a the O-ring Cobra Troopers for sale today, and I hovered, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, as much as I enjoy the retro wave, that style, I just feel that Super 7 is satisfying that G.I. Joe itch. For me, the G.I. Joe figure itch. And I'm not the only one. Boyle and Pop is also a huge fan of the Super 7 5 POA Joes. He's the one who crafted the Boba Fett behind me here. Grabbing dinner? No worries. Thank you, Nerdy Curious, for being here. Thank you for stopping by, however long. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Didn't really have an agenda tonight, apart from Diwana Wonging. So this is an example, right? This is Black Series. But I'm sorry, like, between the Black Series, this Black Series Bib Fortuna, who admittedly comes with, like, this looks like a thermal detonator. Hang on. Is that a cup? Is that a thermal detonator? He comes with like 3 cups for thermal detonators here. Do not want to lose these. Oh, job now. Okay, so we're gonna give him a cup. Or try to give him a cup. He's got these long, spindly fingers here. Hang on. But see, he's got a rubbery. He's got like a rubbery cape, right? This rubbery cloak. And I'm sorry. Let me grab the vintage collection bib here. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's fine, but hang on. Do I have the EE Order 66 Clone Trooper pack? I'm not sure if I do. So I get it that some people like the scale. I get this. I understand the scale. What do you print next? Coins? There's got to be more cats. Not meerkats, but more cats. But I just love the fact that, like, the smaller one, right? The smaller scale, the vintage collection, it's got soft goods. They just seem to hang better. I mean, despite the haphazard nature of cloth, it feels like a more premium. The smaller one feels like a more premium figure than the bigger one. In terms of like their face, I feel that Black Series did better, but I feel that overall sculpt, my feeling is that the vintage collection nailed it overarchingly. So I don't know, between the two, if you were to give me a choice between these two, say, Chris, you can only have one of them, I would choose the smaller one, despite the bigger one having accessories. The smaller one did not. But it's more of my, vintage Kenner, 4-inch scale. The Laku, for the most part, about the same. It's a wash. Facial sculpt, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just, I feel that the smaller one is just so much better. BS all day. Nah, dude. TVC for life. What are you talking about? Like, come on. Let me move this over here. Oops, knocking everything over. Trying to get set up. There we go. Let's flip back here. Come on, what are you talking about? Like, Black Series, really? Despite him having a rubbery cloak, right? This rubber, cloaky rubber versus the soft goods? I don't know. I feel that, I don't know. It's possibly the scale. It's just, or maybe it's the scale in conjunction with the soft goods that just makes it feel more like a premium figure. I'm not impressed with this the Black Series Bib Fortuna at all. But not by comparison. If it's the only thing I had, then maybe. But like, thank goodness it's not the only thing I have. He's offering you a beverage. Would you like a tasty beverage? I will take you to Jabba now. There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Scrape them off, Jim! He was singing it. Did you see it? Bib Fortuna was singing that to you. He's very talented, this Bib Fortuna. Ah. Anybody tuned in for the first time has no idea what to make of this show. We've done everything. Action figures, toys, tech, 3D printing. Rigged! I wouldn't call it rigged so much as I would just say it's par for the course. I'm not even giving anything away! Some days it feels like I'm the only person on Twitch who doesn't give things away. Sometimes. Or at least every night. A shout out to Disc 1 of 5. I'm altering the figurine. Pray I don't alter it any further. Well, I say Hasbro, because Hasbro did both of those. And we haven't seen a good Bib Fortuna in eons. But I feel that the Vintage Collection nailed it. By comparison. Nailed it. I am giving my time, but then again, so are you, and I appreciate that. First-timers or not, none of us have any idea. Well, Kieran, then I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so bad. Isn't this an Elden Ring stream? Am I the only one not playing Elden Ring? I've heard everybody talk about it. Everybody and their grandmother talking about it. I'm doing well tonight, or well enough. I printed this Vader, and it turned out really nice. Like, I'm really happy with it. Except I've noticed this model sometimes has issues, well, not just with the helmet in general in the back, but like specifically in this area. So I'm going to try reprinting it with supports back here. But as it stands, like this is fine. This is perfect. This will make a nice thing to have. Like, if someone comes over and says, oh, that's interesting 3D print. Oh, it's Star Wars, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here you go. Here's a Darth Vader. And it feels nice, too. It feels like it's a weird kind of feeling. This Polyterra is almost squeezable. Like, it's squishy. Or borderline squishy. It's very bizarre. Anyone else having problems posting videos or GIFs to Twitter via Android mobile app? Not at the time, no. Kevin will die. Apparently it's called Elden somethings. People are taking off work to play it and being very open. They're taking it off so they can play it. Wow. It must be a good game. I still have no idea, and nor do I have any inclination that I'm going to be Elven Ringing. Does he stand? He does stand. He does stand. The new support system that I'm printing seems to, or that I'm using now, seems to be okay with that, with the balancing. One thing I've done to clean up a little supports is an X-Acto knife heating up with a lighter. Yeah, it depends on the filament. You know, it's just so thin here that I just feel like I'm going to crack or break Like like something slightly shifted up there. So I'm hoping that by putting supports in through that area, it will mitigate it, or at least do better than this one. Because as it stands, like, I'll just have it around. Like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's a little figure for you. I mean, I've got plenty of the PLA, and as long as I get one good Vader out of it, I'll be happy. Doesn't Elden Ring play for the next? He might. I know nothing about it. Not your cup of tea? You don't even like tea? Well, the only tea I like is Ticino. Though I am back on decaf coffee. I had 2 cups today. They were good cups. They still have a weird aftertaste. Sad about that. Wait a minute. Hang on. That's... Had my Pixel 6 out. Twitch is being weird. All right. Well, so am I. Get in line. All right. I'm going to pre-announce. Hang on.
Don't know the power of the Perillo side of the Force. It's not so much dark as it is weird. Like, it really gets weird in here. So weird.
So strange. But welcome. Thank you, Comic Age Clothing, for that trigger. 2 coffee cups and a stale ass scone. No, it's like, it's Pike Place decaf. It's not bad. I'm doing it with heavy cream, heavy vegan cream, and it's good. I mean, it reminds me of the way I used to drink coffee, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm still trying to find the right flavor profile for it, right? The strong flavor profile, and I'm getting there. You know, I've only had like 2-3 cups, but I enjoy being able to have 2 cups of coffee a day, and it doesn't impact me. Elden Ring, is that like the One Ring or merely a counterfeit copy? That's a great question, Kevin Will Die. That is a fantastic question. And by the way, good to see you, Paper City Gamer, and you too, Comic Age Clothing. Comic Age Clothing, did you change your handle on Twitter? Did I may have missed something. I want to say someone tagged a Comic Age someone, rather. And I thought it might be you. No, it's always been... Oh, it's always been Comic Age stuff. For local coffee, you like Mercury's. I gotta find a good decaf. That's my next venture. I'm hoping it'll be a good decaf at Starbucks, because that's the most convenient. Where does vegan cream come from? A dark place in hell? No, John. It's Silk makes a good one. The problem is it's not as readily available, which sucks. But that's the only cream I like in my coffee. Can I do a half calf? No, I don't think I can do any calf at all. Like I said, if I can approach, the coffee to me is kind of like that strong flavor. So if I can get that strong flavor out of the decaf press, and then, add the cream on top of it. Although it's possible I'm adding too much cream. I'm trying to figure out the measurement. Like, okay, that feels like it's almost borderline too much. It's like a fine line between too much and not enough when it comes to coffee. I am picky when it comes to coffee. When it comes to flavor, I am picky. I'm not gonna drink. Oh yeah, it's a thing, And obviously, I don't drink coffee for the buzz, not anymore, which is sad. That's the most depressing thing that I think has happened to me over the past year. Am I gonna be eating the Easter flavored candy corn? Probably not. No, there are no immediate plans. Like the Death Star plans must be in the main computer. Now you get tired when you're supposed to. Yeah. Let me tell you. Fading out like, I get to the end of the day and man, let me tell you, I am beat. God, halfway through the day I'm beat. And it's not because of lack of caffeine, it's just I am being challenged, shall we say. Like, it takes all my mental processes to get through an entire day now. Coffee bean and tea leaf decaf? I try the beans, but we don't live anywhere near that. If I can find a decaf bean that I like, I'd be happy. But I've yet... they all taste the same to me, honestly. They really don't taste that different. So as long as I get some kind of an approximation to the type of coffee that I used to drink, with the thickness, with the cream, I'll be... and maybe it's been so long since I've had it, I'm just happy to have something like it again. But like I said, I think I'm just... I feel I've got the right coffee taste, minus the decaf skankiness. But just, if you add too much cream, it doesn't taste right. It's not strong enough. If you add too little cream, it's too strong. So it's like trying to make it formulaic. And I'm back to doing that again. So finding a bean is number one. So I'll be trying a few different ones, including some from a local roaster. Starbucks is the most convenient because they're everywhere here. I got a decaf Pike Place. Next time I may try a decaf Sumatra. I'd like to do a decaf espresso because espresso is my favorite. It was my favorite bean. Nespresso was fine comic age clothing when I was still trying to figure out, okay, dude, I can't take a full-on cup of coffee. Nespresso was fine. But Nespresso shots are still watered down. They're very watered down. I don't like that. I would rather have just hardly any decaf than a watered down decaf. Sumatra Herbal. Well, I gotta go decaf. Is that tea? Is that coffee? I don't know. Hello there, Subsector 3D. No, I did not move the actual model. This is a different model. It's not hitting that spot, and I'm also using a different different pattern, so I don't know if that's impacting things. But we've got print. We've got print. Print it. Print it. This music's fun. Sarah is done with her R2-D2. Wow, it must have come together okay. Now I'm gonna have to do one. I kind of want to do it in the Polyterra PLA. This Army Red. I feel like I just want to stick with this color for a while. So many good things, so many good Star Wars things could be printed in this red. Is it only caffeine from coffee or all caffeine? No, all caffeine. I'm having problems with any and all caffeine. Some friends I have that have had to give up caffeine found that adding a hint of chicory. Yeah, in fact, the Ticino that I've talked about, Krusty, has chicory in it. It's okay. It is not a substitute. The problem is I like to chew my coffee. That's my problem. Like, if I took just, like, gas station coffee, diner coffee, like, I'd be having far fewer problems. Far fewer. That's a wonderful little emote there, Coda. Beautiful, some might say. That's amazing, Westery. I'm glad Westery 1's first print was R2-D2, and I'm glad I was a part of her 3D printing journey. And vicariously, thank you, Fix'em Dude and Krusty, for sending Liz a printer. You add cacao to your decaf. Oh, never thought of that. That might be interesting. The problem with decaf is it tastes like decaf. That's the problem. Totally do one in red. See, that's the thing is, like, there are plenty of, like, white R2-D2s. So I wanted to do something different. So this was, which R2-D2 was this? Was this the Fab 365 one? I haven't done it yet. But I thought if I was going to do it, it would be in a radically different kind of color. You demand a pink R2. We did a pink R5D4, I think. Decaf yuck. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of decaf, but I'd rather have that cup of coffee as a ritual than not. You want to do an orange one? Yes. Yes. Westery one. Damn it. I'm gonna get a beverage refill. Keep an eye on the print. Make sure it doesn't fly off. It probably won't. Don't do anything I wouldn't do while I'm gone. Keep everybody entertained. Rigged.
Don't know the power of the Perillo side of the Force. It's not so much dark as it is weird. Like, it really gets weird in here. So weird. Telling you what to do? I mean, are you shrugging? You don't know? You're done here? Well, apparently you scared her off. Good job. Good job. Oops. Which is exactly what I said about me spilling my beverage all over my Emperor Palpatine cloak, which now needs to be washed. Hopefully it can be washed. It's wool. It is definitely not comfortable. Hey, Gothleg. I'm glad you're here. I got a couple questions to some of y'all. First, I got a 3D printing question. This is for everybody. Gothleg, for you specifically, I noticed when I recorded the other day, I was getting a lot of plosives. Still getting a lot of plosives. Hey, Ken Bange, and Breaking Oz, of course, thank you for still hanging out. Is there something I can dip? Is there something I can minimize to minimize the plosives? Apart from talking over the mic. So I'm talking over the mic now, rather than, into the mic. I'm talking over the mic, and hopefully that'll reduce the plosives more than anything. If I still sound good, I'm good. Like, if this is the way I have to do it, fine. This is the way I have to do it. But I'd rather talk into the mic for the rich sound. But I'd also rather not do the plosives, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there anything I can do to minimize plosives? Ah, Ken's a fan of free-for-all. Nice. Now, the 3D printing question I had, other than a pop filter, distance, yeah.
See, I could probably set up a pop filter in front of this pop filter. I do have a clip for a pop filter. It's friggin' gigantic. It's huge. So I'm planning basically not just distance, but specifically talking over the mic. And if I still sound rich, then I'm good. So the 3D printing question I had for everybody, a small pop filter. Yeah, I guess I gotta find a small pop filter. Can't stop air from moving. Oh, I can. You just found out Chris is famous? What? What do you... Electronic Grandpa, what the hell are you talking about? I'm famous in this room. I'm famous with y'all. So, we've been melting down, or Diana's been melting down the filament into those Star Wars molds. It's a metal Star Wars, like, cake pan. And so, in order to get them removed, we basically have to freeze and then slam this down onto the concrete in order to pop it out. Is there something when we... hey, thank you, Westery1. Thank you for hanging out. I got a wiki? Oh, I got a wiki. Nice. Looking, I saw one the other day. Oh, very nice. Just makes a stream ASMR. No. I don't want an ASMR stream. I don't want a plosive stream. When I talk about 3D printing, like I just have to talk over the mic. So is there some kind of coating that we can put in this cake pan that makes it easy to pop the filament out? Like, what is there something that will pop it out easier? Can we coat it like with some kind of non-stick spray? Will that make it easier for the filament, the PLA, to pop out after it's done in the metal, the silicone spray in the oven? High temp canola oil could make it worse. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, we're baking in the oven, dude. So I'm trying to figure out what is going to make it so that they come out. Because otherwise, this one that we just went through, like, it's destroyed. It's like cracked. We're using it for, something that it wasn't designed to be used for. I'm just not sure. Safflower oil has a really high smoke point. It's like there's got to be a lubricant. It's not silicone. It's metal. It's that cake pan. Hang on, I'll link you. It's the cakelet pan. This thing. Oh, thank you, Goffleg. The cake pan is non-stick, I believe. Code Noof. There's the link. Why am I doing that? I'll show you. Bear fat. Because then we can get these Star Wars molds from the melted filament, right? That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'd like to do, is try to find, and Diana's, we're basically looking for them. And Buana's here, so shout out to Buana, who's been having fun with his printed solid box. Food grade silicone. Never thought about reusing the filament? Oh yeah, heck yeah. Dude, you can get some cool stuff. We've got things sitting in that mold right now that aren't popping out. Thank you, by the way, for the follow. Is it Ty Deckman? Ty Deekman? Welcome to the Play Shop. What is being printed is one of these. Or another one of these, I should say. This is a Vader figurine in an Army Red Polyterra PLA that they sent. Very happy with the color. Very happy. Extremely happy. This turned out rather well. I mean, I've printed the model before, so I like printing in the different filaments, right? This is at a 0.2 millimeter layer height, because unfortunately at a 0.1 millimeter and a 0.15, it gets a little fudgy around the helmet. But I'm reprinting it with supports on this part of the helmet this time, because I just feel like this has happened before on other models as well. So I'm going to see if I can mitigate that. But it's a Darth Vader figurine. This is fine. Like, this will make a great gift for somebody. Like, someone will just, like, you know, be freaking out. Like, oh my god. But that is what is being printed tonight. Star Wars, of course. Okay, Krusty, that's what I'm saying. They won't pop out. We put it in the freezer, and we smack it. But the problem is that when the way to get it out, that's how it cracked. That's how it cracked, Krusty. By putting it into the freezer and going whack, whack. That's how it cracked. It's kind of a Blood Vader. That's the problem, Krusty. That's exactly what I did, and that's exactly how it broke. Long-lasting micro-thin dirt resistance coating. Resin bonding. Dirt repelling, chemical resistant. Safe for all surfaces. Does not contain silicone. Do not use a product in an attempt to repair or resurface. Non-strict dry. But is this safe to bake, dude? Not food grade. Not capable of repairing cracks or error. I'm a little nervous. Because it says it'll handle high heat. Plus 500, and we're like at a 425. But does that mean it doesn't mean it's safe to keep, you know, at that level? I don't know about messing with a lot of the chemicals. Whack, whack, attack. That's kind of what I did. You need to check out the MSDS on that spray linked above. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the MSDS is. It's okay for the temps, but if it contains PTFE, it is toxic over a certain temp. That's my concern. You loved printing for a while and only now getting into it myself. Oh, dude. I love 3D printing Star Wars stuff. I'm pretty much doing that every day, Ty Deckman. Tad Deekman? Parchment paper? Yeah, I don't think it'll work. You're starstruck? Oh, come on, Electronic Grandpa. You know me. Material safety data sheet. See, I learn something new every day. PTFE starts degrading around 240. C or... yeah. What's the concern? What material? Oh, it's just regular old PLA declarations. And by the way, shout out Declarations. Another 3D printer and streamer and Minecrafter. My daughter was playing Minecraft earlier. So we've got, it's a silicone, I'm sorry, it's not a silicone. It's a metal pan, like a cupcake pan that we put, you know, and melt PLA in the oven. And it melts fine. It melts into the mold, you know, just fine, right? The old PLA. The problem is that after it's baked, after it's been set, it's impossible to get out. And we've frozen it. I mean, it's a non-stick surface anyway, but we've frozen it and done the whack. And that's what happened is we froze it and we whacked it and then it cracked in 2 different spots. Like, it was just... It's basically... I'm afraid of doing it again, otherwise it's just going to shatter. I'm not sure if we have a thought on it, apart from, like, trying to get the mold in a state where we can take things out. Wonder if I use a glue stick. Again, my concern is the temperature, and I know we're okay with the actual metal. It's safe at that temperature. The PLA is at 428 Fahrenheit, so it's no different than this. Or 425. What did I use for what? Unlucky stick. We're looking for I'm looking for if there is a way. I don't know if there's a way. That's the thing. What I used for the mold was this, the Williams-Sonoma Star Wars Star Cakelet Pan. The sides of Vader head look straight up and down. That's the mold. What's this? Pam. No stick cooking spray. See, I'd imagine something designed for food would probably be the best. Grill. But what are you saying, Krusty? Sides, Vader's head, Burnt Nacho said. Strap it down. Think about an ice cube tray. Well, no, there's only one mold that we can use. I'm going to use that for ABS and others removed as a barrier. Now, I'm not messing with ABS. Because as Declarations notes, there are plenty of ways, more manner of safety. Avocado oil has a really high smoke point. Saying it could smoke a lot as it gets to temp. It does on my barbecue, at least. Use candle wax. That, it's not a bad idea, but I don't know if that's really gonna impede the mold, you know, get in the way of the mold. We just need something at a very low layer, right? So I'll put that the Pam spray on my desktop here. I will look into that later. I'd rather use that than the DuPont. Baby powder, interesting. Wax is a good idea. Just pour boiling water to release. Yeah, but how do you put wax down without it impeding the actual quality of, you know what I'm saying? Like this, it's on there. Like this was direct on the top of the mold. It was in the mold, right? And I'm with Shannon. It's not just messy. It's going to be haphazard. So like if a wax chunk gets here, they make mold release wax. Just butter them. Yeah, buttering's not going to do it, Silver Sunbeam. Hey, Incendium. It does look like fruitcake, doesn't it? That's why I think it's fun. I mean, it's what you know, what else are you going to do with your excess filament, you know? Everyone's got to have a plan, and as imperfect as these things are, like, I just feel like it's just great. Could you resin mold release? Possibly Project 454. Try wax. That's what I use for mold stuff. Mold release. High temperature paste wax. Oh, 2100 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Polishes to high gloss without streaking. Well, the wax may work. All right. Liz's print is done. Congratulations, Liz. You're now officially a 3D printer. Use Smooth On Universal Mold Release. Well, that's what was just, I think K2, that's what was just recommended to me. Or I guess a TR-104 mold release, high temperature. That's what they use as a wax base. Definitely not a chemist or an engineer. What about a release agent using injection molding? That I don't know. I'm just curious because smooth on. I'm looking for the smooth on. I'm not seeing the smooth on. I'm seeing a lot of silicone. I'd rather have wax than silicone for semi-obvious reasons. Your pinhole camera starts to still have a couple hours to go. Going to be a late night. Silver Sunbeam, you know, I could not stay up all night. I kind of have to set it and forget it when it comes to these prints. And look at that. Made a connection for you. Nothing wrong with the way we're doing it now, apart from they're not coming out as easily. Yeah, without reading the MSDSs, I'd be wary of using in my kitchen oven. More research needed. That's what I'm saying. I'm a little nervous about putting any of this into play for that reason, and that reason alone. See, again, anything we're putting in there, we're using in our oven. Waiting for a color change and going to bed. Oh, such is life. You second that smooth on vote? Well, what's the MSDS on that smooth on? Where is it? It's okay, you can link it if you want, K2. Make it a negative using a plaster and make it positive using silicone. But silicone is going to have a different set of problems and melting points. Universal mold release. Yeah, but is it safe? How safe is it? I'll put it on the desktop. I'll save it for later. Oh, there's the MSDS. Thank you. Give me a second. Thank you, Goffleg. I just saw the message that you had sent. Vape Doom also sent something. Oh gosh. Give me a second. I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, so here's my mic stand, right? Like it's just here, and I've got there's a little clip down here. Is that? Tell me that clip is just. I can probably get the clip off, but I don't have a lot of area here. I don't have a lot of area. Look at the reviews, photos. Wait, of what? Wait, what did I miss? It clips on the mic itself? Oh, interesting. Okay. If I can find a black one, that could work. Thank you, Tactile. I appreciate you hanging out. I really do. Thank you for being here. As we're talking through, I mean, we have no topic on hand. We're just talking about anti-stick spray stuffs. Let's see if I can get a better focus on that. There we go. That's a little better. Silicone is high heat. Yeah, but in an oven, like a kitchen oven, it's a concern. Could get a toaster oven from Saber's Goodwill to use specifically for this. We had a toaster oven. The problem was it was like it overloaded the circuit. It was not a good idea. Oh, you sent a link to the black one? Thank you. Do they have I get everything on Amazon. Are they on Amazon? What watch do I wear? Well, right now I'm not wearing a watch, and the reason why is because it's recharging. I wear a Galaxy Watch 4, and it works. It's not problematic. It's it works well enough. It's the best that I can find not living in the Apple ecosystem. It's a Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. It's kind of funny, but the alternative to Apple has been, for me, Samsung at this point. You get some KY, nothing sticks to that stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't want to bake that. Looking to get your first smartwatch? Well, there's so many good choices out there. It depends on what you're looking for. For my needs, Android Wear was ample, and specifically Samsung's take on it worked. It worked well enough. I've found a great degree of satisfaction in it. If the hoop that comes with it doesn't work, I'm sure someone would model you one to fit. Well, I'd have to do some measurements. I usually only order on Amazon. I mean, I don't just order on Amazon, but Amazon's pretty much where I get a lot of my stuff. There are exceptions. Like even this mic I did not get through Amazon because it was kind of a one-off, a specialty product. Hey, I'm Dozwolf. Good to see you again. Welcome back to the Play Shop. Happy to have you here. Welcome to the flow. Flow of what? I don't yet know. We have been careening from topic to topic. Conversation to conversation. Give me a second. Speaking of plosive problems, have you thought about using a lav? No, I don't like lavs. I don't like being wired to things. I mean, hell, I don't even like wearing the headphones. I would love to wear the Bluetooth headphones. It's just the Bluetooth headphones cut out. And that's problematic for a completely different reason. And maybe, like, in playing games again, I may have very little to no choice. Yeah, lavs aren't for me, Silver Sunbeam. I've tried. They just don't have the same sound. The rich sound. We need to take Chris out shopping to real stores. Yeah. Yeah. Doing well enough tonight. I'm doing another Vader print DOS. I'm Dozwolf. This is we'll flip views. This is the, I'm printing another one of these. And I'm hoping, I'm redoing this one such that, let's see if I can get, there we go. Such that the back of the helmet comes out a little better. All right, give me a second. I got to change the Orabesh here. Haven't been Perillo coins in a while. This is... There we go. Polyterra PLA. That's the Orabesh now. No one said anything about the Orabesh. Did I add support material? I did. Well, I've had support material in it before, but you have to have support material all the way back up for the helmet, and it gets a little chewy there anyway. But it you know, and I could deal with that, but like specifically, like this certain part of the helmet, it just gets really, it must move around a lot. So I'm hoping that by adding support there, it'll turn out a little better. I can't say the ulti stick is working better. It's not working worse. So I feel that's fair. Do I have to use that pan you have for the molds, or can be slightly different? Yeah, I mean, that's the only Star Wars mold that's out there. Twitter app update fixed the issue of uploading video. Oh, good. I always have, every day I'm updating apps. It is a beautiful red print, no doubt about that. The Polyterra so far, this is really the first print that I've done in the Polyterra, and it's the easiest way to, I mean, it's beautiful. I love the color. I love the feel. It's almost got this, it feels pliable, for the lack of a better word. Not that it's squishable, not that it just feels, I don't know, there's something about it. Maybe it's just the dull, matte look and feel that just makes it feel like more of a product, you know? Like a professional product. This is it's nice. It's a good filament. I can see why Loyal likes it so much. You did earlier. I didn't know. Wait, hang on, Corey. What'd you do earlier? What did I not notice? Oops. Unlucky stick. Yes, you can post a link. Aoi says, now make all your Warhammer figures. I don't play Warhammer. I don't know anything about Warhammer. OBS fixed that major crashing issue in the latest updates. Haven't had the issue since, and run my OBS so much faster. Really? I updated and I'm still getting the black flashy thing. Oh, you pointed out the Orabesh? Corey, I apologize. You may have to remind me, and then I have to change it. Sometimes I forget. My bad. So, do I sand and paint each of these? I do not. Some people do. You promise silicone is oven safe. Is it? Oh, I know silicone is oven safe. I know these, but the problem with these is I'm not sure if we can melt... I'm not sure if we can melt PLA in those molds, in those silicone molds. Maybe we can. I know they'll ultimately deteriorate. Maybe we do have to go with silicone instead of the metal cake pan. I don't know. I guess we'll have to experiment. I know silicone is oven safe. We've used it to melt crayons. Interesting. You're not getting the flashing thingy on Linux. Well, sometimes people will see in like the entire screen will go black, like black. The whole flash black, and it only started happening with the recent OBS updates, including the patch. So I've still been having a different... I've seen the black flash at least twice tonight. Other people might have perceived it. I mean, it's quick. It's there and gone. Oh, man. We dropped. The sub-goal. Sub-goal dropped. See, tonight I'm like, okay, I'm going to readjust it. We're gonna adjust it. And tomorrow I'm going to have to adjust it even further. We're now at 6:30, which is good. It's just we had a good night a month ago. So I do wonder, maybe we should be getting or using the silicone molds, which we've used anyway for crayons, to melt. Because that, I tell you what, it'd be a hell of a lot easier to pop out those items from silicone than the metal, because the metal is just it's proving to be impossible. And maybe if we just melt it in the silicone, as long as it doesn't cause a problem, we're good. I'll suggest it to Diana, because we have a few silicone molds. I mean, they're not as big as these. We do have like the Han Solo and Carbonite would probably look good in the in this with these types of filaments getting melted down. It's pretty cool. I mean, I as much as I enjoy the actual prints, I've not had commercial silicone molds work with filament for more than one trip through the oven. They get brittle and crack at PLA melting temps. Oh, man. See, that's the thing. A one and done isn't as interesting. Well, Diana, that's why. Read what Krusty said. Exactly. He didn't say no. He says, I've not had commercial silicone molds work with filament for more than one trip through the oven. They get brittle and crack at PLA melting temps. That's why. So basically, you buy it and then you throw it away. There's no silver bullet here. Unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with one shortcoming or another. Or broken molds. You remember it not being an option? That would be why it's not an option. I mean, we could. I mean, it's just that you don't get a lot out of the silicone tray. Like, we can get like a set of like 7 silicone molds for $19. It's not bad. It's not horrible. Like, it definitely, it works. It's just, they're one and dones. So, like, here's this one, Diana. I'll have to text it. I gotta text it to you, because I don't think you can click a link when you're on mobile. Remember, 220C melt PLA is over 428. Most silicone bread molds and such are only rated up to 400. So that's the thing, is you got to find out. See, I don't know how high that silicone mold will go. $230. Items are heat resistance. 230 Celsius. It says 230, so that's 446. From the ones that I've seen here. This is not an affiliate link, at least not that I know of. Twitch's mobile app sucks. Sucks so much. This community is awesome. The Twitch app sucks. If only the Twitch app was as good as this community. If only. If only. You may be holding Twitch to an unattainable level. It's possible, but... Corey says, thanks, Chris. You're making me blush. Well, Corey... It's true. Without the community, what would Twitch be? The mobile app needs some help. Oh, my God, the Ninjak. Like, you know. You know! Think of how much better it could be if they actually had a dedicated team. And it's not even an iOS versus Android thing. It's crap on all platforms. It's garbage. Liz is printing an owl now. This is all about the animal prints. Oh, just wait until Liz has to remove supports. Just you wait. Just you wait. Liz, you might have fun with some of those figures that I've done. You might have fun with those, the play action figures. Liz? Liz who? Kira tree supports are easy to remove. Yeah, I don't have Kira. I'm hoping one day that Prussia will support trees supports. Do I need to reset the drop? Okay, fine. Oh, it's the files included with the printer. Oh, it included a cat? Let's see, I'm looking at Liz's cat. Wow, Liz, that's it. That cat turned out nice. Liz wants to do coasters and snowflakes and TIE fighters and more. Well, there are plenty of coasters out there. Coasters are fun and easy, and snowflakes are just as fun and easy. Yeah, Liz, your cat turned out very nice. That's great. That's a great cat, dude. Cantina coasters. Oga's Cantina, the coasters, they printed out well. To do it, you'll want to learn how to affect, and you can do it. I don't know how to do it in every slicer, but to change the filament at a certain layer, so you get the dual tone. All the Cantina coasters that I have are currently printed in the back room because Jedi and Diana use them. Reminds me of the Reddit app. I just can't use it versus the better ones. Yeah. I'm sure the Reddit app is better if you're on the premium version of Reddit. Like if you pay to not get the ads, it just seems that the ads ultimately make it janky, which is horrible. I mean, I get it. I don't mind watching ads. It just makes everything janky. Coda120 asks Liz if you posted it on Discord. Did you post it on Discord? Yes, Shannon. Apparently, it's a focus default cat. Looks like a Maneki. The good luck cat. Like the one paw up cat. I want to say it's called a Maneki. Yeah. Maneki. Yeah, the lucky cat. Not an Ender lucky cat. This is a focus. Maneki. Am I saying that right? Maneki, right? Maneki. See, I remember there's a Seattle place called Maneki. And I remembered it from that. Maneki. Maneki Neko. Yeah, the Maneki Neko. Beckoning cat. Lucky cat. Maneki Neko. Did I say it correctly, though? Maneki? Manakai? Maneki. You use Relay Pro. See, I don't get on Reddit as much as I do Twitter. Twitter's pretty much my go-to. Reddit, I do every so often. There's just a lot of noise on Reddit. A lot of noise. I mean, there's some good signal too, but like a lot of noise on Reddit. especially for the things that I might be interested in. I mean, Star Wars is not noise, Lego's not noise, but a lot of the stuff is just kind of like, oh, that's kind of interesting to see, but I have no connection with the people posting, as opposed to Twitter. Twitter's my feed. Twitter's my social feed. So now Liz is officially a part of the 3D printing community. Thanks again to Krusty and Fix'em Dude for making it happen. You tend to end up on Reddit only when looking up some stuff. Yeah, Ninjak, exactly. That's me. I lolled so hard when I looked at the G-code for the cat. The file came with the ender. It was sliced in simplified 3D. Is that funny? Why is that funny? I don't know why that's funny. Twitter's a lot easier to go through than the others. RC Maniac, that's my feeling. You know, Twitter's just kind of like a scroll. Reddit, like I said, just tends to be you subscribe to communities that, like, for example, one of my jank. Yay, jank. One of my what am I done to deserve this? Right? There's my feed. So, like, I subscribe now to the S22 Ultra subreddit. Because, you know, why not? And I don't want to join the S20. I'm done with the S21. So I follow that, right? And it's fine. It's ample, but like a lot of it, or like the 3D printing one, it's just like, I don't know. Like, and then of course, then when you're scrolling through and then it starts janking, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not into it. Wow, that was just, there's a really not safe for work thing here. It's the jank that probably drives me nuts the most on the Reddit app. It's the jank. Good night, Shannon. I hope you enjoy your trip. I hope you enjoy your journey. Hope you stay safe. And she may have tuned out by now. Reddit reminds me of the bad cold days with Usenet with more color. I mean, I never got into Reddit. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, but I just never think, it's just like, I think of Reddit like Facebook. Like, yeah, maybe. But like, if I really want to like zone out, like, and get kind of lost in things, I'll go to TikTok before I go to Reddit. Hey, Leslie135, welcome to the Play Shop. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good time. Welcome aboard. Welcome.
Don't know the power of the Perillo side of the Force. It's not so much dark as it is weird. Like, it really gets weird in here. So weird.
And that, you know, RC Maniac, that's another reason why I just don't really, I don't go to Reddit, because a lot of it is just a lot of, not tech support, but kind of like, why are people, they're asking these questions, that's fine, but like, this is irrelevant to me. And if my Twitter feed was that, I'd unsubscribe. And I can't unsubscribe from the things I'm interested in. So, I enjoy Star Wars. Star Wars tends to dominate a lot of what happens to me on Reddit and Twitter. It's the one thing I don't have to worry about. Corey just got the pneumatic connector off the hot end, have a clog. Oh no! Oh God, Corey. Good luck with that. Shout out to Blind Via, another member of the Locker Room stream team. 3D printed community on Reddit, pretty toxic and negative. I'm not a Reddit guy. I get it. I understand it. I understand its value. I understand why people like it, but I'm not. It's on my phone. I have the app. I have it, but I use it very, 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 very few and far between. You inquired about joining the Locker Room team. Oh, you did, Corey? You did? I did. Hey, first of all, I did not know you were streaming. Second of all, well, let's make it happen, shall we? If you enjoy chatting and hanging out and interacting, you do occasionally. Stone Monkey Research asks, should I try to join the Locker Gnomes too? You could, if you like interacting with people, and you do geeky, nerdy things, and just like the just chatting things. You elevate chat. You know that's a focus, not to be confused with the focus printer, but that is something that you do. Other than just Jerry's Maker Hangout. Yeah. He's almost got the market cornered on that, doesn't he? Well, happy to make it happen, Corey. And/or Stone Monkey Research. You know, as long as... I think the only qualifier is that there's no secret handshake or membership or anything, any BS like that. I mean, the bottom line is that you enjoy chatting with people and interacting with people, and you've got like nerdy geeky proclivities, right? You know, you've got you have interests that would be considered in that range. There's not a lot of gaming that happens necessarily. It's more the just chatter type of folks. Locker Room Handshake sounds pretty cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, we don't have one. So if you fit that mold, so to speak, not to go full circle on the molds, then yeah. You violated Section 3, Part 4, Paragraph 4, Paragraph 2 of the Locker Gnome Agreement. We never had a Locker Gnome Agreement. Loyal Moses!
Loyal Moses, shared X333.
Eric Abernathy's ready for an entire new interface, something totally different than any other socials. Totally agree. So, Loyal Moses, I printed today. This is a Polymaker. This is the Army Red Polyterra PLA, and I see why you like the Polyterra. Like, I'm reprinting it because I think the model has an issue, specifically up here. So I'm reprinting it with different supports up here to see if it turns out different or differently. But Loyal, like the color is awesome. Now, Loyal, maybe you can tell me, and I haven't talked to Polymaker about this specifically, but does filament smell like anything? Kind of smells a little on the dark side. Depends on what kind of filament you're talking about. No, I haven't had a chance to ask about this, but it's almost, how do you explain the feel? The feeling is almost, it's just different. It feels like there's some, it's not as, hard. I mean, it's kind of got this soft texture to it. Like it's somewhat pliable, somewhat pliable. You will never play with my dolls. No, never do. The funny thing is, this is going to be someone's going to get this as a gift. Someone. I'm not giving it away to this community, so don't worry. I probably should. I should probably like, hey, I printed this out. I don't know if it turned out well. I'll do a giveaway. Send it to you in an envelope. I could probably do that. I could probably, send this kind of stuff out. You love the Polymaker, just ordered more. This is the first one. That's not a gift, that's bioterrorism. I stopped into Polymaker's stream tonight. They were on YouTube, and I said, this isn't Twitch. You want the Booger Vader? Dark Toy Lord says, well, I'd wash it, if I would clean it up. It's not a Booger Vader, but I love the color. Like I feel I'm going to be printing a few things with this. This color is just outstanding. I love the texture. I love the color. I can see why you go with the Polyterra, Loyal. The Army Red, specifically. The Army Red is just like, my God. It's like, it's not exactly like, oh my God. It's very, very close to the curtain color. It's all Loyal's fault. One summon will never go back. I know, I can't compete with that. I can give away booger Vaders. That's it. Loyal gives away like spools that you can do things with. Me, I just give away, yeah, I printed this and I don't know if it came out as well as I'd like it to, but maybe someone else would want it. People would, here's the thing. Most people like line up around the block for giveaways. People would like tune out. Like I would get fewer people in trying to give this stuff away. Urban legend has it Chris Pirillo's nostrils is as big as Darth Vader's helmet. It's true. It's not an urban legend. It's true. For real. Believe me. Love the Polymaker Polyterra PLA filaments. Putting in some in the printer right now. Corey, it is... and by the way, Corey, whisper me. If you're talking about joining the Locker Gnome stream team, happy to add you. Happy to add anybody who does the 3D printing thing. Mostly non-gamers. Gamers, fine. If people game, I can't fault them for that. But like the just chatters, the just hanger-outers. You put the spools you give away other places too. Well, Loyal, remind me never to win anything from you. Amish Gnome asks, what is this Locker Gnomes? Well, Amish Gnome comes back. We have a team of sorts. And I mean, I love a lot of different things. I love, but my favorite kind of streams, more than anything, are creative people, or people who hang out, right, and chat. Arctic teal, Corey. I'm getting the teal color from Polyterra because I don't have a teal color that I know of. And I'm very much looking forward to that. John D's waiting for free cookies. We do not give away cookies. No cookies. You used Polymaker Polylite Green for your first print. Nice! Whisper's not working? Oh, it should. Is it not? I apologize. Dude, I'm glad I'm just spill happy tonight. I don't know why. It could be because I have stuff locked down, but I thought that anybody could whisper me. Twitch has been weird today? Okay, fair enough. Your eBay store has overwhelmed my office, but as soon as I can straighten all this up, apply for Locker Gnome, just let me know. Seriously, let me know. If you're a good person, if you support the community, and that's not saying you have to show up in everybody's stream, but if you host them and you hang out and you generally know who people are, and you just chat when people show up, you engage with them, and you're a nerd, you're doing 3D printing, yes. Lego, yes. Star Wars, absolutely. But it's largely that, and the idea is, I mean, my hope is to eventually cross-pollinate, because I think a lot of us who do 3D printing know a lot of the people who do 3D printing around here, which is great, which is awesome. But to cross that over with people who might not, but have craftier streams, but maybe they're not 3D printing, you have a chance to expand your audience beyond just that. Right? It's one of the reasons why for my streams, I just like hanging. I just chat, I'm talking about this, talking about that, Star Wars figures, or, what I might be or might have printed.
Flacco the Clown shared X100.
Fucho's the reason Loyal can't bring his stream up without wearing headphones. Loyal says, I only know you in that I 3D print. Yeah, that's fair. That's good. Cross-pollination is a way to find more people to share the love of 3D printing with. Honestly, Blind Via, a lot of the people that got into 3D printing that I know of have done it vicariously through the connections that I've made, or maybe have rekindled that interest. Like Liz, I blame Chris, right? So I cannot take full credit. I will not take full credit. But to be a part of their journey, I think is exciting. And you never get to be a part of someone's journey if they're already on it, or they find you and it's like they're already into it. It's a different part of their journey, as opposed to they know nothing about it and suddenly they kind of latch onto it. And that's kind of that's the state I feel I'm still in with printing. Subsector 3D. Honestly, I guess a lot of people, I mean, you get toxic folks no matter where you go. And I'm not saying that the community on Twitch is self-selecting. It isn't necessarily. That's what restraining orders are for. Oh, if only were that easy. Krusty asks to see your cat's butt. I think that's a block in a report Liz. Silver Sunbeam says, not a streamer, got a voice for silent film and a face for radio. Well, Silver Sunbeam, I do as well. That did not stop me at all. Was not stopped. I got a couple other things I needed to showcase tonight, didn't I? Speaking of, like, not 3D printing, believe it or not, there is such a thing as something that's not being 3D printed. But I have at least one thing. Two things, actually, now that Loyal's here. I can show you this. So this is a Star Wars tin that I thrifted. Just a couple bucks. Couple dollars. Star Wars tin. And I also got this. Now, this is interesting. This is an AT-AT. I know you're thinking, oh, it's an AT-AT driver. No. It's not just an AT-AT driver. Take a closer look. And unfortunately, this camera may not pick up the subtlety. But look at this. This arm paint is a dark gray. And this arm paint is more of a light blue. So there was a paint error on this. And to take it a step further, Loyal, the butt of the AT-AT driver was also not painted. Now this, let me go ahead and hang on. So I'm going to show you here. The normal butt of an AT-AT driver looks like this. But this is a paint error, a variant. I mean, you can get them. I wouldn't say they're worth more, but they're just obviously a little more rare, and some people chase the variants. So that was a factory paint error. But look, you can see side by side. Look at those two arms side by side. You can see the color, even in this subtle change. So you can see the difference with the variant paint, like a darker blue. Yeah, everything, I mean, I'm not sure I see that much of a difference with Paint App, apart from an orange versus red. The insignia is there on the top. Orange versus red. But, anyway, I found that, and I'm like, what? What? Loyal, here's the thing. Loyal, don't get, I mean, you can get an AT-AT driver. Don't get an AT-AT driver. When you want an AT-AT driver, I will send you one. I'll send you an AT-AT driver. They look the same to you. What? I want to send Loyal an AT-AT driver. Unless he's already got one. At which point, you know, the magic's gone. But I have a nice little AT-AT driver collection. Major difference? No. It's just a factory error. Paint error. I have another one in my collection that was also not painted well at factory. It's got a COO. It is definitely licensed. This is definitely vintage. It's just a factory error. You have 3 of them? Oh, wait, hang on. You have 3 of them? How'd you get 3 of them so fast? You must have picked up some really good hauls. I was gonna send you one. That reminds me, Tim from DWIT 3D Canada posted today that one of the YouTube content creators for the 3D community, first layer, bad shape, started GoFundMe. Oh, fair enough, Corey. If you want to post a link, feel free. eBay. Yeah, you're lucky. You're just sticking with the modern stuff as opposed to the vintage stuff as opposed to the modern. The modern's where it starts to get dangerous. But you get some stuff in modern that you're never going to get in vintage. But then there's the vintage type of collection, or the retro series, Loyal, where newer figures are being produced but styled in vintage, like they're done like vintage figures. Which I like when they create new characters in the retro lines as opposed to recreating vintage characters in the same molds as they were, back in the day. You don't know what to buy in modern because some look so cheap. Well, for modern, Loyal, you kind of got to go with what you like, right? Whether it's a series, whether it's a character. style, right? There's been so many modern collections, so many. So for that loyal, I'd almost say double down on maybe one or two characters or a certain type of character. So like I mean, I'm if it's Star Wars, I'm thrilled. But like you could focus on, like I focused on Darth Vader, right? Because there's a lot of Darth Vader stuff. And there's a lot, and there's plenty more to be attained. I'm a fan of troopers as well. Any kind of trooper. No problem, Corey. Thank you. I did see the full-length trailer for the Halo TV series. Big fan. I am looking forward to it. Dark Toy Lords of Boba. Yeah, but hang on. Did Loyal see this? Loyal. This is a figure that was effectively printed, and I want to say resin. A figure that was printed by a user known as Boyle and Pop. And Boyle and Pop he's here on Twitch, and I think he's a subscriber to the channel. And he's a follower for sure. But he basically printed this, different pieces, so they articulate, right? It's not a rocket firing jetpack, but he customized and painted this Boba Fett, styled much like the vintage Boba Fett. This one I thrifted. This was a gift. This was given to me by Boyle and Pop, because he said, hey, would you be able to do anything with the STL files if I sent them over? Because he modeled them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not a customizer. I'm not a painter. So probably not. I'd have to get it done in resin, and honestly, I'd be fine with a prototype look. But he said, "Oh, I'll just send this to you." I'm like, "Oh." So yeah, that's how I got it. It was a gift, a pretty outstanding gift, I would say. Oh, you watched after I was live, the VOD. It was surprising, honestly. I mean, just it's a piece that I'm probably going to be moving down closer to the well, they're not my STL files to give. They're not. And he may have to be careful with it, but he offered. In fact, Desert Octopus may have something like this on Colts 3D. But the fact that he painted these, and like it is just like he nailed it. He nailed it. Like in terms of quality. Paint app is spot on. Mold, spot on. Everything is just he nailed it. Like it's spectacular. Yeah, so anyway, that was my that's how I collect, right? I might print some of the things that I'm farting around with, right? Like the Darth Vaders and what have you, but like for this kind of stuff, for the helmets or the big things, part of it is the story. So now I have not just this collectible, but a story behind it. Could I make my own? Possibly. Would it turn out as well? Absolutely not. This takes a level of expertise that I'm nowhere near. Hello there, Ben 3D Print. I assume you 3D print, given your handle. I could be wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Ben 3D Print is going, what are you talking, huh? What? Well, anyway, Amish Gnome, if you did want to join the Locker Gnome stream team, feel free to let me know. Happy to facilitate, given that you are streaming. Anybody who's streaming every so often, it's quite all right. There's no prerequisite. There's no. Hey, the more 3D printers we can get in there, the better. Again, it's kind of crossover. So my hope is that it's all about cross-pollination, and that's what I would like to drive to. because ultimately I feel that more people get discovered that way, as opposed to just being on one topic or another. It's part of being like a variety streamer, where you get a chance to discover these ancillary interests. Otherwise, you run the risk of talking to the same people over and over and over again. I know I'm horrible when it comes to the genres. Or I don't know, maybe the Locker Room stream team should just be 3D printers at this point, because it certainly isn't just Star Wars anymore. Okay, you know, I wonder, you just started a 17-hour lithophane. I don't know if I've done one that long. It should be all of your interests. Well, that's the problem, as I have so many interests. And there's so much crossover, right? It's about, but that's where kind of the bottom line comes down to, enjoying this stuff. But now that 3D printing is a part of my life, so many things to learn, so many things to know, so many people to know. That's how we connected to Zach's. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like Zach wouldn't fit because he's not 3D printing, but he's a good fit because he likes interacting, right? And he's supportive. He's very supportive. I'm just getting lost in the music. So, what say you, speaking of crafters, what say you to raiding Lone Mountain Knife Company? He makes knives. I want to try to convince him to do the Sith dagger from Rise of Skywalker. Hey, Tillman32. Welcome to the Play Shop. Happy to have you here. Silver Sunbeam notes, I get you. I got my first printer to make parts for my analog camera, sort of ballooned after that. Now it's taken over. Yeah. Considered setting up a stream just for my printer with some mellow music in the background. Well, Unlucky Stick, the thing is that I guess to me, watching someone 3D print, not as interesting. Getting someone to interact when they're 3D printing, that's awesome. Right? Like, it's just you meeting people and interacting with people and getting to know people. Like, to me, that's the value of streaming, right? Not just streaming because you've got some time. Like, it is connecting with others. At least as far as Twitch is concerned. YouTube is a different galaxy altogether. I'm Doswolf is in the middle of 3D printing Mecha Valkyries. What? Dude, that sounds awesome. I'm Doswolf. I gotta see that. That sounds like so much fun. Mecha Valkyries? That almost sounds like an awesome handle, too. Like Mecha Valkyrie. Hello, Mecha Valkyrie. It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. But it sounds awesome. Tillman says, recognize me right away. Watched a lot of the older YouTube videos. Fair enough, Tillman. I am here every night. 6 p.m. Pacific. Geeking out about one thing or another. Talking about one thing or another. Happy to have you here. Welcome. Hey, Father Funk. Shout out to Father Funk. Amish Gnome started out just streaming my printer, and when I got people coming into my stream, I started showing my face because it was a lot easier having people in there so that I could chat with them. Exactly. Sometimes it's easier to interact with people than it is just sit there on autopilot. And like sometimes you have to take that step. So, yeah, I'm glad you did too, Amish Gnome. I'm glad you took that step. Printing is a good beginning. Tillman says, glad to see the red curtains still exist. They do. Yes, they do. They absolutely do exist. And the red filament also now exists to match the curtains. Kind of. It's not these are I guess the Army Red PLA is more is a little more orange. Yeah, it skews a bit orange. That's right. They hide all the bodies, John, including Loyal. Loyal's back there. Woot. Looks like this. Let's see. Let's take a look. Whoa! Holy cow, dude. My God. I mean, these things, they look awesome. I understand people's fascination with them, but it's like, I wouldn't even know where to begin with half that stuff. He's a Lego Star Wars Lord of the Rings fans and a nerd. Yes, Scotty Rotten. We have rated him before. A couple times, actually. See, there you go. Happy to make connections between Unlucky Stick and Amish Gnome. See that? See how that works? See, it's not just about me here when I'm streaming. It's also about the people who are popping in, making connections for everybody else. I like doing that. I like being a part of your journey. It's what I like to do. I'm a rare breed that way. Very rare breed. Bedtime for you, Silver Sunbeam. No worries.
Silver Sunbeam cheered X100. Bedtime for mini-me. Have a good night all.
I feel you, Silver Sunbeam. In fact, I'm feeling it myself. That's why I was looking at Stone Mountain. I'm sorry. Lone Mountain, not to be confused with Stone Mountain. Lone Mountain Knife Company. And he's like a blacksmith. You gotta check this guy out, man. Qui-Gon Jinn's over there, too. Hang on. She was hanging out. Hang on. But I'm thinking about rating him. He's popped in a couple times. I'm a nerd nexus. That's fair enough. The brick streamers, they're fun. We don't see a lot of them. They dip in and out because I don't do Lego every day, maybe every weekend, right, on Saturdays. But I'm thinking we're gonna go pop over to Lone Mountain Knife Company. I have no interest in getting knives. It's not my thing. Or blacksmithing, not my thing. I do want the Sith dagger. That's the thing. That would be pretty amazing to have something. Let's go. I enjoy seeing new crafts being done. Amish Gnome, I'm all about spreading the love, spreading the community, making connections between makers and crafters. Dorks like me. I'm not going to call you a dork. People like you. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you for all the support. Didn't quite make our sub goal tonight, but that's okay. We'll readjust the goal for tomorrow. We must have had a really good night like 2 months ago. 1 month ago. But it's all right. Just saying, didn't make the goal, but you know what? We made connections, and when we make connections, that to me is everything we need to do to make it a successful evening. So we're gonna make a new connection for everybody. Lone Mountain Knife Company. I've not yet rated. A blacksmith he makes knives. This is literally what he does. Competitive dodgeball. Oh my god, I can't imagine. I'm Daz Wolf. Thank you, and you have a good night. Mrs. Not No Good, glad you were hanging out. Glad you continue to hang out. Always good to see you. You tap yourself out till next week to ordering a new printer. Oh, no worries. Oh, Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn. We're about to raid Lone Mountain Knife Company. So I saw you were in chat. I was like, she needs a shout out. I shouted out Qui-Gon Jinn over in Lone Mountain Knife Company's channel before we raid him. You will not spill the beans. I think it's going to be a fun little raid here. I like raiding people who do this kind of stuff that he does, right? The crafting, making, blacksmithing. I mean, how many people do you know are a blacksmith? Dude, he's got an anvil. Like, who owns an anvil, right? Who even knows what an anvil is? Seen all those things I sent Zach? Oh, yes, Qui-Gon Jinn. Yes, Zach has been an amazing supporter in this channel, so I sent him one hell of a care package. There's my new Vader that I printed. I'm going to be doing a Lego set this weekend, Saturday. My wife melts the filament into the Star Wars shapes. Yes. I don't know which Lego set we're doing this weekend. Quietly raises hand in the corner. You have an anvil, Corey? Krusty? Dark Toy Lord used to blacksmith? You have an anvil? Am I the only one who doesn't have an anvil? Okay, I'm just going to start calling everybody else Wile E. Coyote, because Wile E. Coyote is the only other individual that I know has an anvil. That's awesome. She does that with you. Yeah, we melt them down. I got the like a paint. We were talking about this earlier, but like a metal cupcake pan, and then melt the PLA in that. The problem is they stick to it, and we're trying to find an easier way of getting them to slide out. Quick, 3D print an anvil. I could. But anyway, so we make Star Wars even with the excess filament. Nothing is wasted around here. Nothing is wasted. Your dad was a welder? Well, awesome to be you. Hang on, yes? Anvil. Well, we're going to have to learn what an anvil is here, aren't we? Let's find out. We're going to be Tusken rating an anvil owner. So you can't say that you did not see anybody with an anvil today. Lone Mountain Knife Company. He's come into chat a couple times. It's good to see him, and I'd love to send some support his direction. Oops. Dang it. I absolutely hate the way Twitch does raids now. Let's try this again. Okay, we got it in the cycle. Your dad talks very fast, right? Oh, sure. Okay. You have a bench vise? That counts, Chi-Town Deke. Why not? You have a tiny arc welder? I don't even know what that is. You were somewhat sheltered by the sound of it, Chris. Yes, Corey, I was. I was very sheltered, which explains a lot. All right, here we go. I love you. I appreciate you. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the Force be with you always. I'll be back again tomorrow, geeking out, talking about Star Wars, of course. Other things that are on my radar, of course. Answering questions, taking questions, talking about anything and everything that might be on my mind, including stuff that I'm trying to get through with watching, shows. I got to catch up on a lot of shows on TV. Some series I've completely given up on. Perillo Raider. Let me try that without the plosive. Perillo Raider is the emote that you subs can use. Dang it, I dropped my AT-AT driver. Use that emote if you are a sub. When we Tusken raid okay, he's got to be a blacksmith. He makes knives, and he's got an anvil. Is that not a blacksmith? Here we go. Tusken raiding. Lone Mountain Knife Company. See everybody tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific or somewhere thereabouts. Tusken raiding in 3, 2, 1. I ran out of time. There we go. Jedi. Where'd she go? There you go.